So, making games is hard. And I'm not talking metaphorically or rhetorically or poetically or theoretically. It's hard. That being said, I've been working for around a month and I'm kind of tired. I want to show what I got so far. I, a dweeb, love a couple of things, but I want to first show a couple of inspirations I have, which are Blargus, Guilty Gear Strive, and Toji Fushiguro. Blargus created the game Blood Thief, which is available on Steam right now. You should go get it. I've been following his devlogs for a while, and I've really been enjoying learning from and alongside him. You'll probably notice I take a couple of philosophies from him as well. Guilty Gear Strive is a fighting game I really like. And it's known for its style, its impact, its cool mechanics, and interesting characters, which I would like to replicate on my own. I'm a brain dead sim player, but that's besides the point. Don't take a look at that. Finally, there's Toji Fushiguro. You might be asking who the that is. This dude's awesome. Actually, he's like a really morally poor character, but that's besides the point. The point of Toji is that he moves really well, and I really want to mimic that in a game. Look at him, bro. He's so happy. I want to do that. So, let's see what I've done so far. So, first off, let's introduce my engine of choice, Godot. It's free, it's open source, and it's a lightweight engine that a lot of indie developers are using, which includes, but are not limited to, Balatro, Slay the Spire 2, and Sonic Colors? What the fuck, Sonic Colors? I didn't know that. Okay. Godot uses a composition-based scene system, a custom interpreted language called GDScript, which is similar to Python, which is nice to learn, which allows for faster game iterations, which is really good for poor developers like me who don't know what they're doing. This is all good and all, but GDScript is an interpreted language. Interpreted languages are slow. Okay, it's not that slow. In fact, in most cases, you will never be bottlenecked by your code if architected correctly. However, if you're pre-optimizer like me, you have a couple choices. For me, the choice is C++. Godot was written in C++, and it's known for being blazingly fast. I've created a benchmark between GDScript and C++, and here are the results. So when building a game, why would you ever want to use GDScript? I'll tell you why. When making a game quickly, you must understand that the time it takes to create something good is about twice as much as you think. I assumed I could get my movement out in like a week, but it took me a month, and C++ greatly complicates the task. I have to download Godot CPP lib. I have to compile the library. I need SCON. I don't like Visual Studio Code. Now it's time to code. Use C++ with Godot. Oh my holy the time to actually code the movement. Well, now that it's all done, I have to make it a plugin. Oh, I can just use a template from the hub. Alright, cool, that's good. This template is actually like really nice, link in the description. Now I just need to compile. Oh, wait, did I even need this? I didn't even test my movement without C++. Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about the movement I made. Okay, so now told you it doesn't conform to regular physics, and neither will my character. So, welcome to my faster playables plugin. Everything movement is done within my plugin, which will do a lot of calculations, mostly with velocity. If you want me to go over what I did within this plugin, let me know, but for now I'm just going to tell you the features to keep this video under like 10 minutes. So, there's coyote time, there's input buffers, sprint, there's charge dash, there's a charge jump, max dash, wall run, slide, and there's a couple more interesting things I'll get into later. So, alongside Godot, I'm also using a plugin called Funk Godot. This is what Blargus used to make levels, and it's really good for a reason. Trench Broom is a third-party app that we use, which really streamlines the process to make levels, and we use brushes. The main use of Funk Godot is to use it alongside Forge game data, which can hold things like entities, and entities could be something like moving platforms, triggers, checkpoints, death planes, breakable static bodies, or enemies even. So after setting that up and creating a few levels,
Thanks, Spytfyre!
I updated the UI and settings a bit, and that's all I did so far.
Yeah, I know I didn't really show much gameplay. I'll definitely be showing more next devlog, where I'll tell you about the movement in extraneous detail. But if you are interested, I have a little shitty itch page up with the game there. It's very much prototype, so there's not even like a tutorial. I'll make one soon now, and I'll update the game when I do. But if you actually play the game and there are bugs, let me know. I'm about it on Discord. So, yeah. See ya.